My name is Dr. Jessica Sneha Gray, and I am a sociologist. I provide expert coaching services, supervision, and also expert analysis about places, conflict resolutions for nation states and organizations. As part of my blog and teaching series, I look at ways in which humans can live their most fulfilled lives. So think about it as a just a conversation between you and I. Now, today we're going to look at the concept of success. Firstly, I would like you to think about when we talk about success, what it means for you. You see, success is unique to each of us. What I think of as success could be quite different to what you consider success. So I don't believe there's a one size fits all for success. And in terms of us understanding what success is, it's important for us to know that we need to have a clear understanding of what success means to us. Only then will we succeed. If we just steal ideas of success from successful people or from others, we're not bound to succeed because that's not us. So, as we go through the session, take a piece of paper and write down what does success mean to you. Firstly, you might ask me, well, what's all this fluff about? Everybody in the world talks about success. How on earth can I, change my thinking from success being some vague phenomenon to something that's tangible? So my recommendation to you is to, again, whatever you do, write things down, because what you just think in your thoughts fly away when you think of something else, whereas when you write it down, it's there for you to consider and reflect. So these, I think, are aspects that you need to consider when you think about success. So, firstly, I would encourage you to define what your goal is and then refine it. Define and then refine. What do I mean by that? You see, as I've touched on before, success is different for each of us. So you can't just copy my idea of success and then go and aim for it, because it's never going to work, because one, you won't be passionate about it, and second, you wouldn't have the in-depth knowledge on why that is what you want to succeed in. So I would encourage you to reflect, take time, and write down how you define what success looks like to you. Now, success could be different things. It could be anything from money to fame to fortune to peace to living with integrity, whatever it is, write it down. And then you need to find smart ways to define it. So by smart, I am going to do a different session on just smart. So by, if you haven't heard of SMART goals, it's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So think about your goals in specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound goals and write it down. So you might say, oh, I want to be like Sir Edmund Hillary. I want to climb Mount Everest. That's great. I'm pleased for you. However, to turn that dream into a reality, you need to have step by step goals on how you hope to achieve it. I would encourage you to write down that goal and then write down step by step goals on how you hope to achieve it. You might say, in month one, I would have learned to be more fit. I would run 2 kilometers in a day. And then you would say, I will climb a small hill by my house. And by month three, I would have done it in under certain number of hours. You need to have clear goals. And then also, climbing Mount Everest is an expensive exercise, so you would then need to do some financial planning on how you hope to achieve climbing Mount Everest, as an example. And in this process, you need to identify, do a SWOT analysis. And I know I'm talking about lots of acronyms. And again, I will do an in depth session on SWOT. SWOT is just a fancy acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You see, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we all have opportunities that we can make use of, and threats from external places. Everybody we are naive to think if everything would come our way. There are threats in our lives, whether it's organizations, nations, or personally, that we need to learn to adapt to and cope with. So it's good to know your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats as you navigate through, turn your dream into reality. And then what you need to do is you need to have strategies. Okay, if you know something is your strength, use that as a strategy for your growth. And if you know something is your weakness, use that also as a strategy on how you can improve on your weakness. And in terms of opportunities and threats, there are always outside opportunities. You might not have considered, before you dreamt of climbing Mount Everest, that there was a climbing group in your neighborhood. And now you would use that as an opportunity to better yourself. And threats, when we are young, we think everybody is there to have our back, but they're not. I'll tell you what, tell you a secret. I've learned that a lot of people are actually don't have your back. They just out for it for even for themselves. I often used to think that when I'm there with an older person, they've been there, done that, that they're there to support me, which is what I would do for a younger person. But I've realized that that's not the case. So you need to be really smart. Who are your threats? What are your threats? It may not be a person, it might be the environment. Whatever it is, learn it, know what it is, and have strategies so you don't, and when you actually, no, I wouldn't say you don't. When you do come up with that threat, you know how to handle it. And also, regularly, once you've had your goal, regularly check in with yourself or with your coach, your mentor, your supervisor on where you're at. Think about how are you going? Are you happy with that goal? Or this goal of climbing Mount Everest, was that even your goal, or was it just something you picked up after watching a documentary about Sir Edmund Hillary? Then you need to revise and redefine your goal and refine it to one that is actually your passion and that you can see through. And as I've said before, because success is different to each of us, don't disappoint yourself by living someone else's dreams. You should really be living your dreams. You see, at the end of the day, we live life once, just once, and there is no point in living someone else's life and someone else's passion, because you would never live a full life by living someone else's passion. And because success is so individual, the answers and the solutions on how you can achieve your success is also quite individual. And so never give up hope, but always have clear plans on how you can achieve your success. The secret to success is never by accident. Aristotle once said, excellence doesn't come by chance, it comes by consistent commitment and planning. And that's what you need to do. I'm reminded of something that Thomas Edison said. You know, he said that I did not fail 1,000 times. I successfully found 1,000 ways that did not make a light bulb. Now, if you've tried something 900 times, do not think of it as a failure. Think of it as 900 times that you have tried and did not make a light bulb of success. So that's a success that you were born for. Every human being in the world is born for some kind of success. So that 900 times that you've tried is not the success you were born for. So keep trying, keep refining, keep redefining, be committed and make a difference. You see, successful people set goals and they stick to it. They're flexible enough to change it, but they stick to it. They're consistent. And also remember, if you really want your dreams to become reality, you must write it down. To be successful, write it down, write them down, write them down. Without writing it down, it flies away and it disappears. Because success only comes through planning, having a strategy, and actively working to make that strategy come true. And if it doesn't work, be flexible enough to get feedback, get constructive criticism, and then mold your goals in a way that you can reframe and redefine what your success means to you. In this journey of success, oftentimes I find that people don't believe in themselves. They say they want to achieve their dreams, but oftentimes they doubt themselves, and then they say it's just what we call limiting belief. Remember the word belief, Belief. So they believe in the lie, Lie, that they cannot do it. Actually, they just say it. Yes, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to do that, I want to blah, blah, blah. But really, they don't believe in it. Instead, they lie in their lies. My recommendation to my clients is always this: if you put the F before the E, that is a Belief, put the F before the E, you get life. That F stands for faith. If you have faith in yourself and the process, and you put the F before the E, you be life. You are life. And life that's empowered to fulfill your dreams. Life that is empowered to make all your dreams come true and overcome your limiting beliefs. Today, if you're thinking, look, I'm really old, I'm really fat, I'm really thin, I'm not rich, I think my time is done. I encourage you to have faith and put the F before the E in belief, and have life. Have the life that you've always dreamt of, the life that you deserve, the life that you were born to live. As you live this life, remember, not everyone will be your cheerleaders. Oftentimes, people live in this echo chamber of their own ignorance. They speak, they talk about being so eh, um, being so filled with high morals and empowerment, but the reality is that they're just there to put you down. And that's an obstacle that we all need to face. You can do one of two things. Now, I'm not talking about constructive criticism. You must listen to constructive criticism so you can get better. But you must also not listen to those negative voices that are there to put you down, and in so doing, they succeed. So if you come by someone like that, or an environment like that, best thing to do is to back off and let them be. Let them be on their own journey. You get to your journey, stick to your journey of success, because the only journey that you can influence is your journey of success, not theirs. One day, hopefully, they'll get out of the echo chamber of hate and conflict, and come to an understanding that they too can live a full life without putting another person down. But if you listen to their echo chambers of hate, you will never fulfill your dreams. Likewise, if you're in an environment where people are always, or the society is always not encouraging you, and you know that's your dream, change the place you live, or ignore the haters and gravitate yourself towards those people that are not S masters. You don't want people that always say yes to you all the time, but that people that are giving you constructive criticism, constructive feedback, that are developing you, helping you, giving you opportunities to fulfill your dream. and always be committed, be consistent about what success means to you. In so doing, you will find fulfillment in your life. You see, we live life once. If you're absolutely lucky, you might live 200. That's about 36,500 days in good health and comprehension. So why waste life listening to either your self-doubt within yourself or the doubt put forward by haters who don't want you to succeed anyway? Success is very unique. What success to me may not be success to you. If you steal my dreams, you're never going to be fulfilled. Your dreams are worth it. Hopefully, it's one of empowerment that empowers not just you, but also those around you, and that you can leave the world a better place than you found it. Find success today. Make the world a better place, my friends. And if you're in doubt, just feel free to reach out on how you can do that. I'm happy to support you. My website is drjg, Dr. Jessica Gray, drjg.co.nz, or reach out at jessica.gray@drjg.co.nz, or on Instagram, Dr. Jessica Gray. We're all born for success. We're all born to live a full life. And I look forward to cheering you on in your success. Stay true, stay kind, have integrity, do not lose your moral compass, get out of the echo chamber of hate, and find fulfillment, find success. This is Dr. Jessica Sneha Gray signing off. Until next time.